Hello, good evening, and welcome to Free Talk with Mr. B. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mr. B.
It's so good to be here. The first time I met you was at the artist event. Was it? What is it? Art?
This is an artist event for the artist.
So they call it Art and Artisans.
Something like artisan event.
Okay, it was good to meet. Were you involved in that event yourself?
Yeah, actually, I help Mr. Vikas Bhargava for all his events. So I support him he's my friend and he's doing something great. So I generally promote the people who are doing something great for the community.
Very good. Even without doing much, you already start giving back, or now you're talking about giving back. You know, this is a giving back platform. I encourage you to tell the audience who you are, because I only know you as Dr. How did I say, Dr. Sunil?
Dr. Sunil Manjarekar.
Dr. Sunil, I can say it, you have to tell me.
Dr. Sunil Manjarekar.
Oh, very nice. I'm going to make sure that we put it under writing.
But you can call me as a Dr. Sunil because people know me in the market.
I see.
Dr. Sunil.
Very good. And sort of, when you say they know you in the market, it'll be, what market are you in?
Actually, basically we are into quality environment, health and safety. And I am running my own company here called Sandbook Quality Consultancy. It is basically the consultancy and training company which I am operating in UAE from last 16 years. And we are operating in all the GCC countries, some of the African countries and CIS countries. And training is our core business. So basically, wow. I do a lot of training in quality environment, health and safety. Plus I am a neuro-linguistic program NLP practitioner. So giving back to society, NLP I am doing as a social work, means helping the people, changing their mindset and creating some values in their life. Because I see in the current scenario, even in the past also, there are so many people, they are having so many issues. So people come to me to take the guidance. So that I do on a non-commercial basis.
But you didn't always do this, did you?
No, I always not doing that. But during the pandemic years, means I have consulted so many patients because the situation was very bad before 1 year. There are so many patients are there due to COVID. Their families were panic. So people used to call me, and then I lost so many of my friends. So,
wow.
But I played a very important role in their life for convincing their families, giving the support to their families, giving the medical assistance, because I have got a very big doctors network. Because
nice.
So that networks I utilize for the benefit of the people. So you remember, I remember the first time when the pandemic started. So first I got a call from India, and it was the month of March, I think 2020. So the guy called me and then said, "Doctor, can you help me, because my brother is there in Japan, Tokyo." And then he because actually his brother was in the hospital on the ventilator, and his sister was alone there. Sister was at home, his wife.
So he called from India?
He called from India.
For you to help somebody in Japan?
To help somebody in Japan.
Oh, wow, okay.
Then I said, okay, will give me 10 minutes. So I taken all the detail. I talked to one of my friend. His name is Mr. Narkar. I called him. I said, I think he told me some time back, because I'm meeting n number of people, at least 10 people every day. I'm meeting new persons. So he told me, yes, doctor, I know somebody. So he has given me the contact number of Mr. Deshpande. I called him straight away. I requested him, I am so and so. I don't know Deshpande. Deshpande doesn't know me. But you don't believe, within half an hour, 30 minutes from that point, I got a contact from, I got the call from India. The wife of that Mr. Deshpande went to that person's wife house, and she was sitting with her and giving her the support and all those things. And thank God that person survived.
Okay, good.
He was in the ventilator, his condition was not good. And now that Deshpande became a very good friend of mine. And that Deshpande is running very big business in Japan. and he's in the IT business. Now we are very good friends. So
Talk
this is
about-
what the networking work.
That's networking, that's connectivity, but that's also you using the connectivity and the network to give back. When somebody called you, you were able to respond.
Yes, of course. Means my life generally means before I sleeping, I don't know where I'm going to sleep comfortably till night, because I get a call in the night, sometime 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Sometime I get a call at 2 o'clock also. Last 1 year means at least I must have handled 100 cases, or last 2 years. Means since the pandemic started. I'm just talking about just the pandemic thing.
Helping people
Helping
because
people.
of the pandemic.
Becoming the pandemic,
them-
somebody need the vaccine, somebody need the medical treatment, somebody is having the fever but they are not getting the treatment. So I use all the network because I have got friends in all the industries. Like if
Right.
you talk about the Ministry of Health, there is a Dr. Abdullah, is one of my good friend. So I take his support for helping the people. Then I know somebody in the Rashido Hospital, Dr. Mayank was, he's a very good friend of mine, and he's also a person like me who's helping all the other people. So I take his help. So I handle the patients not only in Dubai, Japan, in Qatar, in Kuwait, in India also. So many patients I handled sitting here, getting the report of those patients who are there in those hospitals there. Through my connection, I used to get the report also for those people, and helping their families, telling them that nothing to worry and he will be all right.
What came to my mind as you were saying that is like the phrase "as a result of," because you never intended for your lifestyle to be helping and going out looking to help people, but as a result of training and working the network and training as a company, you got to help other people as a result of.
Yeah, but this helping the people I'm doing from my childhood.
Okay.
And since my college days and even after my graduation, I am helping so many people. That time I used to help the people to getting their PhD degree. Means people used to get the admission for the doctorate degrees. So I used to help them using my connectivity, because the thing is, means to whomsoever I am meeting, I will have the very good relationship. Whatever the personality of that person it may be, but he will become my friend. For me, he will be my good friend, whatever his personality it may be. So that relationship I use for helping the others.
That's good. I mean, I'm glad you said that, because someone was asking me, hey, could you podcast this guy? Can you podcast that guy? And I told them, I just don't podcast or videocast. I build relationships. So I was glad that you said that. When I first met you and spoke to you, you said you first came here to Dubai for like a specific purpose, like maybe for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah. When I got married, I was not having my own home in Bombay, because in Bombay, because we came from the lower middle class family. I mean, I completed my graduation, then I did my PhD while working. I am the youngest PhD in Mumbai, because I was working as well as I was doing the PhD. And when I completed my PhD, I was having the 7 years experience in my hand.
Already, wow.
And at the same time I was having the PhD degree. So I am very proud that I got experience, actually ground experience. I came to know the ground reality, what is happening in the ground and what is required to develop our career. So I got that practical experience while doing my doctorate degree. And that time I used to work very hard. Means I used to work in the morning. Evening I used to stay in Panvel with one of my close sister, Alka her name, the Cherkar family. They taken care of me in those days.
Right.
And I used to set up my own laboratory in my one of my small room. So I used to do my thesis work, practical work at my home. Then I used to have the Friday, Saturday holiday there. So Friday, Saturday I used to go to the college and used to do. So I spent my whole life for doing all either completing the education or helping the other people, and what you said, giving. So sometimes means people ask me, doctor, what you get it in? There is one very big businessman here, Dr. Dhananjay Datar. He always support us in our event because I am the president of Gulf Master Business Forum, which I run here along with my 14 executive committee members. So he always see me, I'm always asking for the money for the people, for the society, for running the show. He said, what doctor, what you get after doing all those things? I said, I get the satisfaction. And I'm very happy that this person, when I invited him as one of the guests in our event in Mahabis 2020 in Atlantis, I remember he spoken this word that this man, when I asked him what he get, he said he gets satisfaction. And then there is no, we cannot count the satisfaction in the money. Even if you have the billions of dollars, if you are not satisfied, what is the use of that money?
And so we spoke about that because, again, entrepreneur, philanthropist, they can give away a lot of money if they have a lot of money. But the sense of satisfaction is what they get back and what we get back. And it's interesting that even someone can give, even if they don't have money, they can give things back that gives them that sense of satisfaction too. So that's neat. But I'm going to hold you to this one question because you came here for just for a couple of years.
Yeah, just me and wife, we decided that we'll go to Dubai. Because that time I used to do the research. Dubai is having a lot of money. The people
What was the motivation? I'm sorry.
My wife and me, we discussed together because I just got married. Then my wife delivered the first baby, Shreya, her name. And when she born, then our career started flourishing. So I got the opportunity to work in Dubai, and that is also a very interesting story. Means I was working for one company. And I got a call from, I interview everything done in Bombay. And they said, the boss said, I remember that Dr. Alam was my first boss in UAE. He took my interview there. And he said, yes, you will get the visa next month. So I resigned from my company. And I resigned from my company. I told everybody I'm going to Dubai. I was very excited. Then I was telling all my friends, yes, I'm going to Dubai, I'm going to Dubai. But yes, he said, when you are going, I'm waiting for visa. You don't believe, the 6-month visa didn't come.
Okay.
The 6 month I was unemployed that time. And that time I realized what is the reality of the life. So when you don't have money, when you don't have any job, the people look at you, it is totally different.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, because then everybody start taking me as granted, and that time my mother supported me. She said, don't worry, it will come, it will come. And then she started telling me, if it is not coming, it's okay, it is not there in your life. So you can now start looking for other job. That was not difficult for me to get the job that time because I was having the PhD degree, I was having the 7 years experience in the pharmaceutical industry. So getting the job was not an issue. But I decided to come to Dubai, and then I'm waiting every day. 1 month gone, 2 months gone, 3 months gone for the visa. Visa didn't come because of the issues here. Because I think that time some issues of having the quotas for the Indians or something like that. I don't know about that. And then I realized that what is the reality? If you don't have the job, you are jobless. What feelings you will have in your mind? How opposite person will look at you? I have experienced that. And from that day I started helping the people. So I given the job to so many people. Whosoever coming to me, whatever the call coming to me, I never say no to anybody. I will try to do something and try to help the people in such a way that out of 100, at least 60% people they will get something or others from me. That is what the joy of giving I get in my life. So, and then finally I make my mind. I will tell you the story. 23 years before I coming here, then I thought, yes, I will not go to Dubai. I will let my destination should be India only. And I got a job in one of the pharmaceutical company as the assistant general manager. I got the offer letter, and I said that company, yes, I am joining next week. Then third day, I got my visa. Then I was in full dilemma. What is to be done?
What do you do?
Then again I thought, when I decided to come here, I said, okay, no problem. The package was very good. The company was very good. And I thought, yes, I can make money. I will go here for 2 years and stay here 2 years, gain some kitty in my account and buy one house, and I'll go back to India again.
And that's the one you told me about, because after the 2 years, we were having a conversation 20 years later. And so as a result of...
Yeah, so I thought of coming here, then I came here and then started working here, and then we thought we'll go back to India after 2 years. In the meantime, I was not happy with the work, and because what I did in my previous days in pharmaceutical industry, what I am doing here was totally different. So I decided to go to Canada. So I spent almost 60,000-70,000 dirham that time, I remember. Then we thought, yes, I will go to Canada. I was working for Dubai municipality that time.
Okay.
Because I came to one perfume and cosmetic industry. I worked there 1.5 years, almost 2 years. But the management changed there. The ownership has been changed to different owner. So we have to leave. And because I am reporting to owner of the company, and that ownership has been changed. So we thought, let us not now continue here. So we'll go to Canada. So that time I got opportunity to work in Dubai municipality, the government job. The government job, the experience was totally different. Means I came from the pharmaceutical industry, hardcore research and quality control, quality assurance background. Then I started working with perfume and cosmetic industry, which is very low end job. What I used to do in the perfume cosmetic industry, because what job I used to do in the pharmaceutical industry is totally different than what I am doing here.
Right.
So after changing that, I joined the municipality. It is a totally different type of work, which is nothing to do with what I learned in my PhD. That is, I used to do the quality environment, health and safety, the audit, laboratory management system, construction industry. And in Dubai municipality, it was very shocking news for me, because I have to do the job of the construction industry. I am not having the civil engineering background. So I learned civil engineering when I was working in Dubai municipality. Then that time this one was, and the construction industry was in very boom, and that time there were lot of construction sites were there, lot of cranes are there in the site. So one day my boss told, doctor, there are so many cranes are here, we have to do something, so we have to start the crane inspection. So I started working on how to do the crane inspection, that is the mechanical engineering. So I you don't believe, I have witnessed the crane inspection in Emirate Tower. I remember that day, along with the Bureau Veritas inspection company. And I was not having any background, but I started studying how to inspect the crane. I am a PhD in analytical chemistry, work in the perfume cosmetic industry. Then I am inspecting the crane, how to inspect the crane. So it was different thing of experience I have taken in my life.
It's incredible how that forms us. Because I even writing in my book saying I did this, and people won't believe it. But yeah, that's what forms us.
Yeah, so I started working on the crane inspection. Then I learned the construction, the structural engineering there. So because we used to do the construction site visit, we used to test the bricks, we test the structure of the buildings. So I learned civil engineering also there. Perfume cosmetic industry also new experience for me. Then I learned the perfume cosmetic, how perfume and cosmetic industry work. So like this, my experience taught me so many things, and that I am utilizing it now for my business. So my business now, after 2005 when I started this company, Sunil Quality Consultancy. So all this different segment, I put it in this company, and that is making a lot of money for me through this company, because I work on those industries that time. Right. So my advice to all the youngsters, don't go with the book what you learn. Whatever coming in your way, you learn it. In your life, it is going to help you. That is 100%
So
sure.
like you already started giving back then by telling them good advice.
Yes. So I also tell my daughter so many times, whatever you are getting the experience, you get the experience. You don't know in your life when you will go into utilize, and when that experience will give you the millions of dollars.
And
And
that example, because that example where the company changed owners, and then you're wondering, do you stay with that company? Because anything could happen. You could lose your job and lose the money. But like you're saying to your daughter, you can't lose the experience you already gained. It's with you,
Yes.
isn't it?
And second funny story means then we decided to go to Canada. I spent a lot of money to get in the Canadian visa. I got Canadian immigration within, I think, 3 or 4 month time. We got the Canadian immigration. Me and wife, we thought we'll go to Canada. I was working for the municipality. I taken 1 month holiday there. So we'll go there. We'll settle everything in Canada. We'll come back, resign, and go back. So we went to Canada. Got down at the airport. From airport to one of my friend was there in Canada, because there are so many people from perfume cosmetic industry where I was working. At least 4 or 5 families went to Canada, and they were telling us to come here. We'll enjoy the life here in Canada. Canada is very good. From airport to that person's house in Mississauga, I think 1.5 hour distance was there. In the car, my wife, after half an hour, she looked everything around. I said, no, we will not stay in this country. So then I said, okay, let us decide. Let us go stay there for 15 days, because 20 days was our tour. So I told her, yes, let us decide. Then after going there, we started meeting the people, and after second day, we decided that we are not going to stay in this country.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So we changed our plan. And then they said, yes, we have come here. I remember that time my Shreya was only, I think, 7 or 8 months. Means she was very young, my daughter. So we thought we'll come back, and we came back from Canada. We are not stayed there. And then that was the right decision, or the turning point in my life, I would say.
Okay.
Because I started thinking that Dubai is the place where we'll make our fortune. And then we'll do our own business. So that is why we started this company, and we started expanding in various countries, and then slowly we started growing. So my wife's one decision is the turning point in my life. At the same time, I was to work for New Medical Center earlier, because when I was working for Dubai municipality, my salary was not up to the mark, because so I used to do the 3 jobs that time. Up to 9:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 to 2 o'clock is one job. 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the same company where I was working, I used to go there to help them. And then Friday, Saturday, I used to go to Abu Dhabi and used to work with Neo Pharma as a consultant.
Right.
So I used to do 3 jobs. That time, I am talking about, I think, 20 years before, in order to sustain in Dubai. And then I used to make up my calculation in accounts and make whatever the salary I'm expecting in this life.
Because I mean, it's interesting, because a lot of people know you now, and they may say, oh, look at this man, he's always born successful, or he always have a silver spoon in his mouth. And they don't realize what you have gone through. And so an example of this free talk is what we're explaining, that no, the struggle is real. It may look good now, but it's been many years, and the struggle has been real. So I like that thought too.
Yeah, so because unless and until you are not putting your effort in, and unless and until you are not working in the ground, and unless and until you are not mingling with the people, whatever the person it may be, each and every person is going to teach you something different. So I always take it as a positive. I meet a number of people. I don't discriminate the color. I discriminate any religion, discriminate any country. Whosoever come in my way, I meet them as a human being,
Right.
and play my role there. So every person, that is why I got a network in almost 20 countries now. So wherever I go, I have very red carpet treatment, because I have got very good relation with all the countries. I travel across the GCC, I travel Africa, I have got very good connectivity. In CIS countries, I have got very good connectivity. So at least 15 to 20 countries, I have got very good rapport I have developed because of the relationship. Because money is one part and the relationship is the one other part.
Yeah.
Money
And you-
come and go, but relation has to sustain.
And you mentioned it before because it makes so much sense. To have a good network, you have to have a good relationship. And if it's across borders, across country, if the relationship is strong, very little will break it. Because pandemic creates a distance, it doesn't break your relationships. That's
Yeah,
a good
true.
thing.
So pandemic taught us so many things, and I so many of my friend I lost in during this pandemic. I seen the death in front of me. The people are dying because everybody used to call me for help and all these things. So after that, I lost so many. Among that, the Prasad Doshi was one of my close friend. He died, and then there are certain people also died. One of my close friend Thomas. They are very strong. So that hampered me so much, and then give us a lot of pain in my life because we lost so many people. But then I realized that what is the life? Then whatever the life we have got, we have to give to the community. We have to help the people. Why to fight? And why to discriminate anybody? Just to support the people. Whatever you are, how many years you are going to live in that life, you have to support the others.
And I think your business, training business, helping people to learn skills for the new era of business is important. Always thinking about the people. Did you have to shift your business dramatically or just a little bit of shift?
We have not shift our business dramatically. We have, because whatever I learn in the municipality and in the perfume industry, I am putting the same model for the business. Means we are doing the training and consultant in the perfume industry, cosmetic industry. I handle 42 manufacturing companies in Dubai because I was having the perfume cosmetic experience. Right. I am the person who was involved in setting up the perfume cosmetic lab in Dubai. I am the person who involved in doing the product registration for the product coming into the market. What is the regulation? So we regulate the product when I was in municipality. So the same business I am doing it now. So it is giving the good synergy between what I learn, what I connectivity I have got, and I am sharing with my clients.
And what about electronically? Did you have to go more online? Did you have to do more social media, or is it about the same?
Yeah, the biggest mistake in my life, what I did, I never did marketing of my company.
You never?
I never did.
Okay.
But now, because the thing is, because that is the biggest mistake I did in my life. I did so many mistakes in my life. That is the first mistake what I did. I never did the marketing of my company. Because I used to feel that, I am very strong because there is no need of calling the people because people used to come to us. I remember 10 years before or 15 years before when I started the company, at a time 15-20 projects are running. So I'm not able to cope up with the requirement. But I never thought that I should enlarge my business or expand my business by putting more people and having the strategic planning. Because I used to do everything myself. That is the biggest mistake I used to do. Means I was having 15 people that time also. But I have not used the marketing tools. I have not used the digital media. I have not used the marketing managers that time to promote the company. So, but still till today we have got more than 3,500 clients in 20 countries. But if I would have the marketing strategies, the 3,500 would have become 30,000.
True.
So this is the biggest mistake in my life. So I tell all the people now, digitalization of the business is very important, because what you need to do now, you have to make sure that how your business you can take in social media, how you can digitalize the business, because that is the future. Second biggest mistake I did is I have not involved in the financial matters, and I am very weak in the finance. Means still today I don't know how to go to the bank and how to do, because my wife is handling everything, and I am very weak in the finance. Means financial literacy is also very important in the business, because if you are not educated in the finance, it is very difficult to manage the businesses.
And discipline too, because spending has a lot to do with earning, and if you're spending more than you're earning, you're going to be out of business.
So I am illiterate in finance. and that is the biggest disadvantage in my business which I am suffering in this current situation. If I would have planned better during those days, when everything was green, everything was smooth, everything was lucrative, then this would have helped me in this current situation the better than what I am doing now.
Right.
So I advise to all the people, again giving to the people what is my experience is, first of all, the financial knowledge, the financial education for each and every single person who is running the business, even running the business as well as the person who is in the professional life. He should have that knowledge, he should gain that knowledge. That is why now we have put, I told my son is Soham now, is in 11th standard now. So he has seen me, how I am struggling, how I am doing the things and all. So he said, no Papa, I will do the accounting. So now he is doing the commerce, he will be going to become the commerce graduate, then he is going to do ACCA. So that is what I learned. So my son at least will not repent in his life, because we are learning with the experience.
You have a lot of experiences, and this is about the time I ask all of my guests, and the experiences that are passionate to you. I'm hoping that you would say yes. Would you come on to Free Talk with Mr. B in the future and bring on one of those subjects that's really important to you to talk about?
Why not? Because giving to the society is my passion. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate
Somebody is coming to me, I never say no to him. So anything is there, anytime you can.
I appreciate that, because I ask all my guests. No one has really said no yet, and I haven't monopolized that. But I want them to feel free to come back on to Free Talk with Mr. B, because there's a lot more to each person, and definitely a lot more to you that you want to share with the community. A lot of this you already said already. I usually build this scenario. And so instead of going back to university back in India or back in Mumbai, you just have the biggest training classroom that anybody have ever seen. And whether it was online or in person, I'm thinking, what do you want them to take away? Like a one sentence kind of thing. What do you want them to take away from your training classes?
What we teach our student is, they should be very ethical, and they should be very honest. And whatever they are learning, they should take it seriously, because just coming and attending the training classes only for the certificate, that will not give them any value. So I always tell my student, whatever they are learning, they should experience it. And then giving back to the society means whatever they learn, they should share to the other people.
Thank you for that.
That is the thing they should do.
Yeah.
You don't. I think I have not told you about what I did for the Yemen rescue operation.
Okay.
I rescued 14 Indian seamen just during the pandemic, 1 year before. 1.5 year, I think. Yes, 1.5 year before. So one day I got a call at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the night from my village where I born. My village is very small village. It's called Sarar. My village name is Sarar. I born in the village. I go to the school where there is no roof. So my village is very poor village. I used to study. So from that village I got a call, and then his mother was crying. His father was crying. He said, "No, my son is he was working in the ship, and he is there in Yemen, arrested by Houthis." So I said, I was shocked that day. What have happened? You don't believe? Then they said, no. I asked all the papers. I gone through all the papers, the documents, what is there. So last 8 months or 9 months they were in the jail under arrest in the Yemen, the 14 Indian seamen. So next day I thought, what I should do now, how I can rescue these people. Oh my God. Then I started working on those releasing these people. I started talking to the people. Almost 6 months, not 6 months, 4 to 5 months. I worked day and night, because in the night after 11 o'clock only they used to call me from the Yemen, because they used to get the internet connection that time. And there is one boy whose father is an auto rickshaw driver in my village, and I know his brother because his uncle was studying with me. So that is what the connectivity from the school days.
Right.
So that guy was having the mobile, and then they used to get the connection at after 11 o'clock Dubai time. So after 11 to 2 o'clock I used to discuss with them every day from Yemen. Then, oh my God, that is a big story. Now there is one book is right underway on that Yemen rescue operation. I reached to the Prime Minister level in India. Then I reached to the Yemen Prime Minister. I contacted all the embassies. I contacted to the Indian consulate here. There is one gentleman called Chandrasekhar Bhatia who helped me in doing all those correspondence and finally I rescued them from these Houthis. Means my role was to support them, encourage them, because they wanted to suicide also one point of time, because nothing was happening, because the case came to me 5 months I was working. The 4th month they said no, we want to suicide. Then I used to call them, I used to tell them no, don't do like that, everything will be all right. Every day I used to give them the hopes, nothing will happen, you will be going to release from them. And then I contacted Yemen embassies. All means some of the things I cannot disclose at this moment because it is very confidential things, but what not I did for them. And finally one day I got a call from these people, they got released. I thank God, at least I can save the life of 14 people. These people then, with the help of other people, we feed them also, because they were not having the money, they were not having the salaries. So we gave them the food grains, the ration and everything to them at their back home when they went. Then everything was settled. My interview happened in all the newspapers, channel interview happened, but now the problem happened with them. They are not got their 10-month salary. So I thought my thing has been finished, but no, because still I had to fight for their salaries.
Yeah.
Then I contacted their owners. His name is Mr. Mohammed Sultan. I met the Mohammed Sultan also. Then he came to me here in this office where you are sitting. He was sitting next to here. I spoken to him about giving the money back to these people, because there are 14 people salary he has to pay for 10 months. But after 7 months, I think 15th of August, their salary is going to deposit in their account. So I'm so happy that at least I able to rescue them, and I could able to help them to get their salaries also for 10 months. So this is what give me a lot of pleasure, because smile on their face give me a lot of positive energy within me. And so I mean, my family, everybody says me that I'm wasting my time. I'm only doing this charity work. 60-70% I'm doing only the charity work. So I'm not able to focus in my business.
Right.
But this is the God has made me to do like this. So that is why I'm doing it. So
it has made you who you are.
Yeah.
And I can see why you said to the students in your trainings and in your class, just basically don't take things for granted. Learn, don't just come from the certificates, because they never know what's going to happen to them. And so you need all the skills you can get. And your example of rescuing the group says you have used all of the skills you have. So you're
because I use all my influence, all my connectivity. And really means if you are doing any good work, no, the support come automatically. And this is happening with me all the time. And this type of work I'm doing for my association also. I run one association called Gulf Maharashtra Business Forum Global. So we have started this organization for Maharashtra community in India. So that is GMBF is a bridge between the Maharashtra as well as GCC countries. So we have got a network of almost 500 professional business people. We do a lot of networking work, and lot of many people, they are getting the business. I am connecting so many people to other people, and they are getting the business. So I am very happy that people are getting the business. Generally in the business, people don't share the contact, but in my life it is totally different. I connect two people together and they are growing. I am happy.
This is good. I'm going to put the web page on the social media thumbnail. So as we show you, we want everyone to know where to find you, and that's going to be the highlight of you. So they'll be able to find your business and recognize that you are definitely a leader in the community and someone who gives back. I just want to thank you so much for being on Free Talk with Mr. B, and it's such a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much, Mr. B. It is my pleasure to talk to you. I have got, if I started talking, I think 3-4 days, 10 days is not sufficient from morning till evening. But whatever I can able to explain to you in short time, I could able to do. I think I would have satisfied your requirement. And I'm really happy that you are doing a great job for giving to the society at your retirement age. And I really like your energy. I have seen you from last 15 days. I'm looking at you. And I think you are also the inspiration to many of us.
Thank you.
And whatever the support in your life for this Mr. B program, I can connect to the entire world. And I will definitely take you to the India and help you to connect with many people. And I'm sure Mr. B, after 5 years, will be there worldwide.
Well, the main thing is there's a lot of experience that are priceless outside. And with priceless experience, we do not want to waste it. So we want to gather the experience and not let it sit. A lot of young people need it. So we want to thank you, and I appreciate your gesture. And I will definitely go to India with you.
Thank you
very much. Thank you. God bless you, and good evening.